In 2006, shortly before Toronto FC's debut season, Major League Soccer Commissioner Don Garber did a traveling outreach to the colonies. Most people up here didn't understand what he was peddling, but like the most successful sports he won them over with easy confidence and muscular blandness. If you were to look at a map of North America and ask yourself, what is the formula for success? Toronto would be at the center point of that map, Garber said. Story continues below advertisement. It was an odd thing to say about a club that did not yet have a single player under contract, but it sounded great. I get this country, Garber also said, which was even odder. But you appreciated the enthusiasm. At the time, it was not widely felt. When asked during the same lead-in period about the team's outlook, then Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment boss Richard Petty said, if it's not doing well in the first few years, well, stick with it. As rousing speeches from generals go, this was somewhere south of once more unto the breach and somewhere just a bit north of which way is the guillotine. The going theory among interested observers, even the ones who'd done the investing, was that Toronto FC would do okay. Not great, not terrible, but viable. Hopefully. Only Garber seemed to expect more. Before their inaugural season, FC outsold the rest of the league in terms of season tickets. That's bog standard for new clubs in successful leagues back then, you might uncharitably said real leagues, but it was a miraculous renaissance in MLS. Story continues below advertisement. Story continues below advertisement. Once had been proved right, Garber could not help himself from crowing at his own foresight. 2 years into the Toronto FC experiment, he came back up to attend the MLS All-Star Game. The team was terrible, the game was terrible, the jury was still out on the David Beckham gamble, but Garber was alight. All he wanted to talk about was Toronto, as though it was some cool new band had discovered before all his friends had heard of it. He declared this franchise the blueprint for all other clubs. Its founding was one of the key moments in Major League Soccer history. BMO Field, then essentially a bunch of steel girders wrapped in corrugated tin, was one of the best environments in professional sports. Professional sports. Don Garber wasn't the commissioner of a sports league. He was a dispenser of civic back rubs. For many long years, while Toronto FC was more wretched than the House League team at a gulag, he was the only person who truly believed. Not that Toronto FC would win, but that its plug-and-play business plan, build a cheap stadium downtown, reach out to hipsters and wannabe ultras, underprice the local competition, sit back, would turn a league of losers into a scrappy outsider. Story continues below advertisement. He was right again. A decade on, MLS is enjoying rapid expansion in every metric: number of clubs, viewership, team values. Its average attendance, 22,000 or so per game, puts it just behind Italy's Serie A and just ahead of France's Ligue 1. Considered as a holistic product, MLS isn't quite an elite league in the world, but it is growing steadily closer to that goal.